Test your knowledge. Join Traders Academy today.
This lesson looks at testing your own ideas in order to customize an investment strategy. For this, I will put the Portfolio Builder tool through its paces. Access this powerful tool via the Mosaic interface from the blue New Window button and locate the Portfolio Builder button in the Trade section. It can be opened as a standalone window by clicking on the left tab, or it can be added as a Mosaic page by clicking the right tab. The Portfolio Builder enables users to build a strategy drawing upon a universe of stocks and by selecting from more than 60 financial criteria to include or exclude companies that meet your filters. Plus, users may incorporate the stock ratings of 11 highly regarded research providers in order to devise a long-short portfolio of names to invest in. Use a variety of financial criteria to help select the portfolio of stocks. Then, review the performance of your models over time, compare to common benchmarks, and even optimize the conditions. You may save your models in the library for anytime access, and you can invest at the click of a button when you have tailored your strategy. The Portfolio Builder can be configured to automatically notify you when it is time to rebalance the portfolio, making it easy for users to monitor and manage multiple portfolios over time. Upon opening the Portfolio Builder, you can see 3 steps. Choose between creating a new strategy or select from the predefined strategies in the library displayed in the sidecar to the right. Second, configure your investment rules. I'll demonstrate that in this lesson. And finally, when you are satisfied with your portfolio, you may choose to invest in it. In order to demonstrate the power of the technology, I will choose from one of the several predefined strategies displayed in the library. Hover above each strategy to display a pop-up description of each. This shows the investing premise behind the construct of the portfolio. It explains what criteria are used and how the universe is ranked for selection, including the use of analyst rankings. And it tells us how many stocks the portfolio invests in, as well as the ratio of long positions to short positions. Think of the bulleted list as a set of variables. Later you will see that by adjusting the value of a variable, the results change. In the closely held portfolio, for example, users might loosen or tighten the long-term debt-to-equity metric from its default level of 50. Or the inside ownership level could be moved to higher or lower than 20%. Or users could reduce the universe to select from by raising the minimum price of $1 to see how this affects portfolio returns over a specified period. I will click on this portfolio in the predefined list and look at the existing portfolio. There are 4 windows on display. The lower window shows the composition details of the portfolio. The long positions and the short positions can be contracted by clicking on the plus sign to the left. With the display contracted, you can see the weightings listed to the right. The target value displays 130% for long and negative 50% for shorts. If this account was invested, the column to the left would display the live current weighting of each stock held long or short. I'll expand the position lists again. Now you can see the holdings and you can read across the columns how the portfolio is displayed. The column headers are specific to this portfolio and will change according to the chosen criteria. Each ticker symbol displays an icon to its right indicating that this ticker is now associated with an investment strategy. You can also see an industry column. Industries comprise broad economic sectors, and if you look to the upper right window, this is displayed in a color-coded stack chart. Hover the cursor above any sector to see the percentage value allocated to long and short positions by industry. In this specific case, hovering above the industrial sector reveals that there are only short positions allocated to this sector. Most other sectors combine both long and short positions. To the left are 2 windows displaying performance detail. The strategy performance lists total and annual returns, portfolio volatility, and drawdown values. It also calculates the Sharpe ratio, which is a measure of risk used by investment managers. The display can be shown in percentage terms or dollar values. The dollar amount is set when editing the investment rules. The overall strategy results are shown in yellow and broken out by long and short values in white. The default SPY benchmark is displayed in orange to the right for you to contrast performance of a set of stocks. The default period is 2 years and the performance over time is displayed in the performance chart. Again, this will show dollars or percentage and is controlled by the toggle in the strategy performance window. Use the checkmark to remove or add the strategy or its benchmark to the display. There are several buttons above the display. The Invest and Divest buttons in green and red allow you to enter and exit the strategy. In this case, the Divest button is grey because the account is not yet invested. The Rebalance button will display when it is time to do so. The frequency is set by the user at the time the portfolio is constructed. The first button allows users to edit rules. Let's click here and discuss the criteria behind the portfolio. The name input field allows users to give a new title to a portfolio and make it available from the library. The interface is intuitive and easy to use. If you want more information on one of the selections, hover above the information icon to display in a pop-up window. Note the scroll bar to the right and review all of the selections. At the very bottom is the Backtest settings input area. This enables users to change the time frame for portfolio performance as well as to select a different benchmark. Click on each drop-down arrow to make another selection. Also, there are choices available to optimize holding sizes in the final drop-down menu. Any changes to any field will immediately be reflected in the portfolio performance to the left. For example, if I change the backtest period to 3 years, the performance data and chart adjust. If I adjust the benchmark selection to any other index, the performance reflects the change. Just above, you can change the default number of holdings for both long and short positions. For example, let's see what the performance of 20 long stocks and 5 short stocks is over 3 years. The returns may be higher, but the maximum drawdown was also higher. That means that open losses were deeper when adding more longs and reducing the number of shorts. It's important to look at all of the data and not just the return. If I scroll back up to the top of the investment rules, you will see that I can enter a dollar investment amount, and I can alter the long or short leverage. If I wanted to only hold long positions and set the short leverage value to 0, I must also remember to scroll down the page and change the short position holdings to 0. Once again, the performance details update in the Portfolio Builder. Clicking on the Sector Industry button enables the user to determine whether to invest in a specific sector or whether to exclude it. And users can also set investing limits according to sector by longs or shorts. In the Investing Universe selection, you can see that this portfolio draws from all available stocks and that stock prices may range from $1 to $293,000. Again, by changing the price criteria, the portfolio performance will change. Likewise, users can also use the index filter to contrast the performance of this criteria when applied to a specific index. I'll click on SPX and remember to compare the performance to the SPY index. You may notice that despite selecting the top 10 and bottom 10 equities, fewer results are included in a portfolio. Consider carefully the criteria you are using and whether they are best suited to small or large companies. This portfolio was built using just 2 financial criteria. To locate and add more, use the Add Additional Filters drop-down menu and use the Expand button next to any of the 9 groupings. For example, if I expand the dividend group, there is a single selection for the 12-month trailing dividend yield. Selecting this adds it to the list. Simply add a range to the input fields. The higher the minimum value I select, the smaller is my universe, and you can see the impact on the strategy performance. The investment strategy incorporates the stock ratings of 11 research providers listed in this section. You can include or exclude certain providers by checking the box to the left, and you can assign greater weight towards the views of one provider over another by using the toggle bar. The ranking in the universe that you are selecting from can be set according to these weighted analyst ratings from the drop-down menu. You can select by market cap or build a custom methodology by selecting from the drop-down menu. By selecting market cap, I get one result. However, if I remove the dividend selection, I get another result. As you can see, there are many combinations that could be built to test your investment hypothesis. In this lesson, we didn't adjust much, but got a lot of different answers, even though the predefined portfolio was based upon a small number of criteria. Try testing some of those predefined strategies and adjust the universe construct, the benchmark comparisons, and then the rigidity of the criteria. When you have become comfortable with the tool, try building some portfolios of your own.